Okay, so what I want to show you guys with this one is a mod from the new mods that gives you ridiculous damage protection. So you see I've got my charge with light times 2 right now. That once my shields break, that's going to change. Okay, sheltered by the void, and now I have ridiculous damage protection. Consider how many people are around me shooting just then. That did take quite some time for them to get me down. And honestly, I think it's something that everyone needs to use. I was just using it for the raid run for the Spire, and so many times it was just proccing, and I can just carry on. I mean, these guys are lower level right now, so obviously they aren't hitting as hard. But it is just a freebie, honestly. It's just a freebie, the fact that it gives you when your shields break, and you pair that with something like Better Already. So when you pick up an orb of light, you get a bump of health. So I'll get a break. And so that's all gone. Pick up an orb of light, get health, and then I got my charge with light times 2, which allows me to get the damage protection again. There it is. The 2 guys. Nice little cycle. So yeah, it's just one that I recommend people use. I'll just run behind a box over here. Okay, so I got the taking charge, and I've got another one called stacks on stacks, which does give you a hit to your recovery stat. But with this one, you're not having to worry about recovery so much, because obviously you getting the damage protection, and if you get your health and you pick up an orb as well, you're not counting on waiting behind something to heal so often. I should note as well, a good thing to use with any of these is the Wendigo, because you will always pick up orbs even if you have full super. So it's good because you'll always be healing, but if you were to use Wendigo, you always have like your supercharged bullets as well. So yeah, I got taking charge, ignore firepower, it's just something I use for this build, which gives back a bit of grenade energy. Stacks on stats, which gets me to charge with light times 2. That's important because if you're at charge with light times 1, I think you want to get 5 seconds, times 2 10 seconds, times 3 15 seconds. Don't think times 3 is actually needed. If it's a really dangerous situation, you should be getting out there anyway. Right, and then protective light, which is the one that gives the ridiculous damage protection, and -10 strength, which I never really care about whatsoever, unless you're using a strength build. But yeah, there you go. Go play. Okay, so with this one's just like an infinite shoulder charge, but without having to use the skull fort. Instead, use the Mark 44 standardized ones that give you overshield when you start dashing, and return half of your melee energy when you use your melee ability. Now, this is going to take all my stats. Oh no, only just took one. And you see, I've already got another shoulder charge for that guy. And another one for this guy. And why not one for you as well. Oh, I missed it. You got lucky. Alright, so this gives you a little bit more flexibility in the fact that you can use something that gives you, lots of shoulder charges with any of the subclasses. So you can do it with anything that just has a momentum charge. You can actually do it with anything, but it'll only give you your full melee energy back if you're using Mark 44 standard side, which require you to actually run to use your melee ability. But yeah, I just wanted to show that one. It gives you lots of, if you have the 3 times charge with light, it gives you lots of shoulder charges for bosses, if you just wanted to have one Titan shoulder charge and a few times. This can be also used by the other classes in lots of ways, like with the Hunter, it can use with this knife trick to even get you just like throwing shitloads more knives. All it requires is obviously your charge with light, and is it this one, striking knight? No, actually, I'm supposed to be removing that one because I don't want that to happen. It's not that one. It's this one. Heavy-handed. Yeah, while charged with light, regain half your melee agility when you use the charged melee, consuming 1 stack of charged with light. So obviously paired with this, which gives you half your energy, and you just get your super full melee energy back. But yeah, you can use it with like the Hunter's Knife trick. It'll give you half an energy when you use your charged melee ability, and then that charges your melee quicker once you get your solar kills. So it'll give you shitloads more of those. You can use it with all the exotics that allow for dodging and getting a new knife and stuff like that. With the Warlock, yes, you could use Devour more often. You can handheld soup, and no, that's with a charged grenade, isn't it? I don't play that super. But yeah, you can just use anything that you think, oh, this gives me a few melees. Yeah, well, that'll do it for you. You could use like Claws of Ahamkara, which give you 2 melee charges, melee someone twice on middle tree, and have a 3rd melee, ready to go. As long as you have a charge with light. So again, another one that I recommend. And got one more for you. Okay, so this is the last one that I wanted to show you, and this one is just like a permanent damage increase on killing bosses. So let's take Izanagi's here, give her a headshot. This is with the catalyst. So 100 at the 2. Right. That's it, doing it normally. Now I need to get myself an orb of light, so I'm now charged with light. And pop his head with my hand. 143. So what's happening on that one is I'm getting a permanent damage boost, and I mean with all weapons, doesn't affect your abilities, but I'm getting a permanent damage boost for all weapons until I defeat my next enemy, which I thought, oh, that's okay. But then if you think about it, for bosses, bosses are just one person that you're shooting for an amount of time, so you actually keep the damage boost for all of the shots you're doing on a boss, which I think is great, especially when you do something like this. And maybe slap a tether on that bitch. Let's see what we got. Oof, sexy. 161,000. So what, that's like near just over a 50% increase on damage. Am I right in that calculation? I'm not at all. Just under a 50% increase in damage for all of that, and for free. Literally, it's all you need to do is get yourself an orb of light. That's it. Until I kill the next person, I'm good. So if you consider whenever you're usually doing boss damage, it's either going to be a well or a bubble. There are 3 orb of lights there. If everyone was to do that, there's also another mod that you can have, which I think is on Arc. I think it's Powerful Friends. Yeah, which whenever someone else on your fire team close to you comes charged with light, you get charged with light as well, so you can just get it. It doesn't have to be all of you actually using a taking charge or anything. As long as one of you actually has Powerful Friends, then you'll give everyone charged with light. No, sorry, as long as someone else can pick up an orb, you'll get charged with light. That's it. So yeah, I just think that's another one that people should maybe take notice of and start getting some of the new gear to pop into their slots. There are some other things that you can do with the mods, but I don't particularly think any of them are great right now. There's other things and exotics and abilities that usually can do that for you. So those are the only ones that I've taken. With this one as well, I have gone it to so I can actually get charged light times 3, I believe. Nope, I actually haven't. I've just gone with the charge of light times 1 because Oh no, I'm killing them, so. Genius right here. Yeah, that won't work. I'm supposed to kill them all before I pick up the orbs. Never mind. You see how it works. Okay, go have fun.